Hello, you're watching News Tonight on Rajya Sabha TV. I'm Rajat Kane. It's been a busy day in Indian politics. Let's have a look at the top headlines. Arun Jaitley enters Rajya Sabha again. BJP Saroj Pandey, Abhishek Manu Singhvi for Congress. TDP CM Ramesh and Abhi Ranjan Biswas for Trinamool Congress also among winning candidates. Counting underway on some other 25 seats spread over 66 seats. Twenty Aam Aadmi Party MLAs get another chance to present their defence in Office of Profit case. Delhi High Court orders stay on the Election Commission's order disqualifying them. BJP and Congress to present a fresh complaint against MLAs to Election Commission. After YSR, CP and the TDP, Congress party gears up to give no confidence motion on Tuesday. For the 15th working day, both the houses witnessed disruptions. Chairman says people are asking why can't budget session be adjourned, signed aye. Amid a raging diplomatic row with India, Pakistan National Day function observed in Delhi, Minister of State Gajendra Singh Shekhawat attends event. Pakistani High Commissioner appeals for end tension between the two countries. French police shoot dead ISIS gunmen holding hostage at supermarket. Suspect had killed two captives in Trebesh. A top story. Results of Rajya Sabha elections are coming in from all 6 states that went to polls today. Voting for 25 Rajya Sabha seats concluded at 4 p.m. Congress leader Abhishek Manu Singhvi was elected to Rajya Sabha from West Bengal. 4 others from Trinamool Congress were also elected from West Bengal. They included Abhi Ranjan Biswas, Subhasis Chakravarti, Nadimul Haq and Santanu Sen. In Chhattisgarh, BJP General Secretary Saroj Pandey was declared elected to the upper house, while in Jharkhand, Sameer Oraon from BJP and Dheeraj Sahu, candidate of Congress party, won the Rajya Sabha seat. Rajiv Chandrasekhar from BJP has won from Karnataka. BJP's Arun Jaitley has been elected to Rajya Sabha from Uttar Pradesh, while in Telangana, TRS has won all the seats. Meanwhile, in Kerala, MP Virendra Kumar, president of Sharad Yadav's faction of JDU state unit, has been declared elected. The proceedings of the upper house were washed out for the 13th working day as members continued disruption over various issues. Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu expressed deep anguish over the situation despite his assurance to allow discussions on all issues. The disruptions prevented even private members' business from being transacted, leading to the adjournment of House till Tuesday.
The stalemate in the Rajya Sabha remained unresolved on Friday as the TDP and KVP Ramachandra Rao of Congress remained adamant on raising the demand for special status for Andhra Pradesh. While the AIADMK sought the constitution of the Kaveri Water Management Board, Congress members also trooped into the well of the House. Chairman Naidu reiterated that the discussion on any issue will be allowed. He also voiced grave concern over the display of placards and banners on the floor of the House.
Chair is ready to allow discussion on all these issues. It seems you people are not interested. And I can't help it. The day one I told my operation depends on your cooperation. This is not the way. We are supposed to be House of Elders. Are we doing justice to ourselves? ये कोई बाजार नहीं है ना. This is Parliament. Play cards, demonstrations, slogans. How long you do it? How can you justify?
As the members refused to relent and with no respite in sight, Chairman adjourned the House till Tuesday.
11 hours on Monday, the 26th March 2018.
The upper house has passed one bill since March 5th. There was a brief interlude to the logjam on International Women's Day and when External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj made a statement in the House on the killing of 39 Indians in Iraq. Continued disruptions have stalled the proceedings of the upper house for the second half of the budget session. Reporting from Parliament with camera person Jitendra Negi, I'm Kriti Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
As the impasse prevailed in Rajya Sabha, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu expressed deep anguish over repeated disruptions and stressed that the people of the country have been let down. Chairman Naidu also said the past instances can't be cited to justify a 3-week-long stalemate.
Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu on Friday expressed deep anguish over the disruptions in the House that entered the 14th working day on Friday. He said it was distressing that the Rajya Sabha or the House of Elders was not discharging its mandate for 3 weeks.
Honorable members, today we are completing 3 weeks. During my long stint in the public life, I have seen very few distressing events as the present one. Rajya Sabha, the House of Elders, could not discharge their mandate duties for 3 weeks. As the chairman, I tried everything that I could, but no result. All the sections of the House need to introspect as to why, as the upper house of the Parliament, we have let down the people of the country for 3 long weeks. Please, 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 please. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? You don't want to hear the chairman also while he is on Rex. I know that. I know that. I know that. Please sit down, Mr. Ramesh. I don't. All. I can also understand that for a couple of days, some of you would like to praise. Please, Ramchandra Rao. Please, Ramchandra Satyavaji. You are going to retire, please. I can also understand that for a couple of days, some of you would like to press for highlighting the issues the way you have been doing, but persisting with the disruptions for 3 long weeks certainly has no justification. I know some of you might have said that it is not the first time such a thing is happening. For how long do we keep justifying the present wrong based on those of the past? How long do we justify the present mistakes based on those of the past? People of the country are aspiring for a certain change. Should the change not begin with Rajya Sabha, the House of Elders? I have seen getting calls and queries from well-wishers. Parliament, please. Parliament asking me why the House is not adjourned, sign a day. People are asking me why the House is not getting adjourned, sign a day. I tell them that it is not in my hands. I am pained that even private members' business was not allowed during the last weeks. Will the next week be any different? I am sad to note that I would not like to hazard any guess. I leave it to the leaders and honorable MPs of all sides to reflect and decide if you are going to change for better. That I can say, all I can say is that nothing is going on record, waste of energy, please don't do it. Also that I can say is that people are deeply disturbed and not so am I. So it is for you to rekindle the hope. You want to decide, the Parliament is on and we are not able to discharge anything.
After days of stalemate, the upper house unanimously passed the payment of gratuity amendment bill without discussion on Thursday.
I think the ayes have it, the motion is adopted.
The semblance of normalcy was short-lived as disruptions paralyzed the proceedings of the House.
Chairman Naidu already held parleys with several party leaders to end the ongoing impasse. His endeavours were also acknowledged by Leader of Opposition Ghulam Nabi Azad. Chairman has also cautioned the members that if disruptions continue, people would lose faith in politicians. Pained by the persisting logjam, Chairman has urged the members to introspect. Reporting from Parliament with camera person Jitendra Negi, I'm Karthi Mishra for Rajya Sabha Television.
The Lok Sabha was also adjourned for the day on Friday amidst protest. As soon as the House met for the day, Speaker Sumitra Mahajan paid tributes to great freedom fighters Bhagat Singh, Rajguru and Sukhdev, who were hanged today, this date, March 23, 1931, by the British. Later on, it witnessed protests and sloganeering by members of ADMK and TRS over Kaveri water dispute and quota issue, which forced the Speaker to adjourn the House to 12 noon. When the House resumed at noon, loud protests by ADMK, TRS and TDP MPs continued. Speaker Sumitra Mahajan said she cannot take up notice of no confidence motion moved against the government as the House is not in order. She requested members to let the House function, but to no avail. She then adjourned the House for the day. The House will resume its function on March 27th next week. Now, speaking to Rajya Sabha TV, Minister of State of Parliamentary Affairs Vijay Goyal appealed to all members to end the stalemate in Parliament. He said he has held meeting with opposition members to convince them to run the House. He said the government is willing to discuss all the issues, including the no confidence motion, as there is nothing to hide.
नहीं, सरकार की लगातार ये कोशिश है कि संसद चलनी चाहिए। जनता का इतना लाखों करोड़ रुपया संसद को चलाने में खर्च होता है, तो एक सभी सांसदों की जिम्मेदारी, सभी पार्टियों की जिम्मेदारी बनती है ये। और सरकार शुरू से कह रही है कि हम हर विषय पे चर्चा करने के लिए तैयार हैं। यहाँ तक कि कल मैं जो विपक्ष के नेता हैं उनको घरों में भी मिलने में गया। गुलाम नबी आज़ाद जी से मेरी भेंट हुई, मैत्रे जी से भेंट हुई, जो टीडीपी के हैं चौधरी, उनसे मैं मिला और मैंने सब लोगों से ये गुजारिश की है कि लोकसभा और राज्यसभा दोनों चलनी चाहिए, क्योंकि इसमें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण बिल पेंडिंग है। और जब सरकार, चाहे वो बैंकिंग घोटाला हो या कोई और दूसरा विषय हो, सब पे चर्चा के लिए तैयार है, क्योंकि सरकार के पास छुपाने के लिए कुछ नहीं है। यहाँ तक कि नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन के लिए भी सरकार तैयार है, क्योंकि हमारे पास संसद में जरूरी बहुमत है और बाहर जनता का विश्वास है।
The Congress has also given a notice to move no confidence motion against Modi government at centre in Lok Sabha. Leader of the Congress party in Lok Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, has given the notice to the Speaker. The motion will be moved in Lok Sabha on Tuesday by Mallikarjun Kharge. The party issued a 3-line whip to all its MPs to be in Lok Sabha to ensure the presence in the House. Kharge is also reaching out to other opposition parties to garner support for the motion. The TDP and YSR-CP has already moved no confidence motions, but these have not been taken up as House has not been in the order. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu has expressed his displeasure over the stalemate in the Parliament. Amid continuing disruption, both houses of Parliament, Vice President Naidu said members should put the interest of nation first and let the House function. Speaking at the first Corporate Strategic Award function in Mumbai, the Vice President said, focus on corporate governance is key to building investors' trust.
As a chairman of the Rajya Sabha, it's really agonizing that people elect you to come to the House, argue on their behalf, articulate their problems, champion their cause, legislate for them. But you hold placards and demonstrations we used to do outside, to come inside. Now we have come inside and we are doing what we used to do outside, inside. This is really agonizing. And the reason given is that they have done it, sir, when they were in power and they were in opposition. So, if they have done something wrong, you also want to do same thing wrong?
Let's now straight go to and listen to Union Minister Prakash Shawariker, who is addressing press conference after the conclusion of BJP's Parliamentary Board meet.
संसद को कौन रोक रहा है? 3 सप्ताह हुए संसद में एक भी काम नहीं करने दिया। ये पहली दफा हो रहा है और ये हताश निराश विपक्ष कैसे कर रहा है, ये उन्होंने कहा। और विपक्ष हताश है इसलिए भ्रम पैदा कर रहा है। उस भ्रम का उपाय यही है कि सच्चाई पहुंचानी चाहिए और जो बूथ का सशक्तिकरण है उसके द्वारा वो अपने संगठन को और मजबूत करे, इसके बारे में उन्होंने कहा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर।
Well, that was Prakash Shawariker addressing media after BJP's parliamentary meet. Moving on to other news, Union Minister of State for Agriculture Gajendra Singh Shekhawat on Friday represented the government at Pakistan High Commission on their National Day celebrations in New Delhi. He was accompanied by Joint Secretary of Ministry of External Affairs Deepak Mittal, who is also in charge of Pakistan affairs in the ministry. Addressing a gathering of eminent personalities, Pakistan High Commissioner Sohail Mahmood appealed to India to join hands for peace and cooperation on their National Day. He said that India and Pakistan should not utilize the changing times for development. Earlier in the day, Pakistan's High Commissioner also called for diffusing diplomatic row on the issue of harassment of diplomats. For more, we're joined with our Foreign Affairs editor, Akhilesh Suman. Akhilesh, thanks for joining us. In the past week, you've seen quite a few events concerning the two countries involving the High Commissioner. So, After this event, do we consider that those things were now the thing of past?
Rajat, you cannot tell anything for sure as far as India-Pakistan relations are concerned. But as far as the visuals are concerned, you will see that there are good visuals here in the Pakistan High Commission. Indian and Pakistani flags are there on the stage. And the Minister of State for Agriculture, he came and a speech was made by Pakistani High Commissioner. And he was telling that India and Pakistan has lost 70 years in just conflict. So this is the time that we should join hands for cooperation. And Pakistan is trying to work against terrorists inside its territory. So these are the good messages that Pakistan was trying to convey here in Delhi, inside Delhi High Commission. And one of the things that is very striking, and I have been covering this Pakistan's National Day for many years now. So earlier I used to see that Hurriyat leaders were the main attraction here. But this time no top Hurriyat leaders were invited. And some small nominees of Hurriyat were here. So you can say that this is also a messaging from Pakistani side as far as from Pakistani High Commission in Delhi side that yes, they are not trying to do anything that irritates India. So it was a good visual here in Pakistan High Commission here. So I think that some sort of melting down is there, but you know that it will be seeing within a day or two, because today there is no note verbal from Indian side that any Indian diplomat has been harassed, and even from the Pakistani side there is no such notice that Pakistani diplomats have been harassed. So you can consider that things are melting down, things are going down. Maybe within a day or two you will hear that okay, that harassment of diplomats are over. But there are so many issues between India and Pakistan, and it always takes a long time to defuse the crisis. Rajat.
Right. Thanks, Akhilesh, for all the update. Delhi Assembly Speaker Ram Nivas Goyal on Friday allowed 20 Aam Aadmi Party MLAs to attend the ongoing budget session after the High Court set aside their disqualification on the Office of Profit case. The Aam Aadmi Party welcomed the decision in which High Court claimed that the Election Commission's decision was a serious attempt to dislodge the elected government. While Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal called the move a victory of truth, Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodiya also welcomed the order as he joined the Aam Aadmi Party legislators in thumping tables in Delhi Assembly during its ongoing budget session. Terming Election Commission's recommendation on disqualification as vitiated, High Court said the notification of disqualifying MLAs was bad in law and remanded their plea back to the Election Commission, which will now take a fresh look.
तलवार लटक रही थी आम पार्टी के 20 एमएलएस के ऊपर कि आपने ऑफिस ऑफ प्रॉफिट रखा है, वो बरकरार है। और जो इंक्वायरी हुई है इलेक्शन कमीशन की तरफ से, कोर्ट ने उसमें जरूर टिप्पणी करी कि इनको पूरी तरह सुनवाई नहीं दी गई।
अभी हाई कोर्ट ने पार्लियामेंट्री सेक्रेटरीज की नियुक्ति को रद्द किया, वहां कहीं भी विधायकों की सदस्यता रद्द नहीं हुई। जब दिल्ली में हाई कोर्ट ने पार्लियामेंट्री सेक्रेटरीज की नियुक्ति को रद्द कर दिया, तो फिर उनकी विधायकी और उनकी सदस्यता रद्द करने का चुनाव आयोग का फैसला अन्यायपूर्ण था।
Social activist Anna Hazare on Friday started an indefinite hunger strike to press for his demands to appoint Lokpal at the centre. This comes nearly 7 years after his anti-corruption movement. He sat hunger strike at iconic Ramlila Maidan, the same venue of his protest in 2011. Anna Hazare has said that he will not end his fast on the verbal promises of the government, and there has to be something concrete. Anna Hazare has been pressing for setting up Lokpal at the centre and Lok Ayukta in the states. Besides implementation of Swaminathan Commission report, which has suggested ways to address the agrarian crisis. After the year 2011, former Karnataka Lokpal Santosh Hegde and former Justice Preetham Pal were included in Team Anna.
4 साल से इस सरकार के पंतप्रधान 43 बार मैंने लेटर लिखा। कृषि प्रधान भारत देश में किसान आत्महत्या कर रहा है, इससे और दुर्दैव की बात क्या है इस देश में।
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का विकास का मसौदा वोट का सौदा नहीं है। वो समावेशी विकास के रास्ते पर चलते रहे, देश का हर हिस्सा और हर हिस्से के लोग खुशहाल हो सकें इसके लिए काम करते रहे। उसमें कोई भी सुझाव देता था उसको स्वागत किया गया।
The Supreme Court on Friday asked the chief secretaries of certain states to specify why they have not appointed a Lok Ayukta. The top court also asked Chief Secretary of Odisha to apprise the court about the status of Lok Ayukta in the state and said the apex court has no information whether it has an anti-corruption ombudsman or not. Jammu and Kashmir, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Puducherry, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Tripura, Arunachal Pradesh, Delhi and West Bengal have been asked to give a reason for not appointing the Lok Ayukta. The apex court also asked states to specify by when they would appoint a Lok Ayukta. According to Section 63 of Lokpal and Lok Ayukta Act 2013, every state shall establish a body to be known as Lok Ayukta. The apex court was hearing a PIL which was also a direction to the states to provide adequate budgetary allocation and essential infrastructure for effective functioning of the Lok Ayukta. The Delhi High Court on Friday granted bail to Karthi Chidambaram in the INX media corruption case. His 12-day judicial custody would have ended tomorrow. Karthi has been told to furnish a surety of ₹10 lakh. Additional conditions have also been imposed on him, including seeking prior permission from the CBI if he wants to leave the country. Karthi's passport has already been deposited with the authorities concerned. The court told Karthi not to tamper with the evidence in the case. The CBI had opposed his bail plea on the grounds that he has destroyed evidence and was an influential person. Karthi's lawyer have denied the allegations of tampering with the evidence. Now, India's first of its own kind dictionary for the hearing and speech impaired was launched on Friday. The Indian Sign Language Dictionary aims to bring uniformity in sign languages used by hearing and speech impaired people across the nation, and to remove communication barriers for specially abled people. The Indian Sign Language Dictionary was launched by Social Justice and Empowerment Minister Thawarchand Gehlot in New Delhi. Currently, the dictionary comprises 3,000 Hindi and English words and the corresponding graphic representation of the signs which are used in daily life. The minister said that more words will soon be added to dictionary. The dictionary is available both in print and video format.
मुकबधिर साथियों के पढ़ने लिखने के लिए उसके दैनिक जीवन में उपयोगी सिद्ध होगा और वो प्रगति के पथ पर बढ़ेगा और समाज के संपन्न और सक्षम और सशक्त लोगों के साथ मुख्यधारा में चलने में सफलता प्राप्त करेगा।
German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier and his wife visited historic Jama Masjid in Delhi. Steinmeier is on a 4-day visit to India, which is also his first visit to the country. The German President and his wife were given a guided tour of the 17th century monument built by Shah Jahan. He began his tour on Thursday with a trip to Varanasi, where he witnessed famous Ganga Aarti. He also held discussion with students of Banaras Hindu University on subjects related to religion and Indo-German ties. Steinmeier's visit is aimed at strengthening bilateral ties with India. Germany is India's largest trading partner in Europe and 7th largest foreign direct investor in South Asian country. Three people were killed in southwestern France on Friday when gunman held up a car, opened fire at the police and then took hostages in a supermarket. The gunman was shot dead by the police. Terming the attack as terrorist attack, French President Emmanuel Macron assured residents of Trebèche and said the state police has secured the area. US President Donald Trump signed a presidential memorandum on Thursday to impose tariff up to $60 billion of imports from China. This follows a 7-month investigation into the intellectual property theft, which has been a long-standing point of contention in US-China trade relations. The White House said the actions were necessary to counter unfair competition from China's state-led economy. In addition to tariffs, the US also plans to impose new investment restrictions, take action against China at World Trade Organization, and Treasury Department also proposed to add additional measures against it. The move comes on the heels of administration's steel and aluminium tariff that also took aim at China. However, the US action was met with threats of retaliation from China, with Beijing responding with a proposed list of 128 US products to target that include pork, wine, fruit and steel. Trump's action has also heightened concerns of global trade war that could destabilize the global economy, fears the Trump administration has repeatedly brushed off.
Tremendous respect for President Xi. We have a great relationship. They're helping us a lot in North Korea, and that's China. But we have a trade deficit, depending on the way you calculate, of $504 billion. Now, some people would say it's really $375 billion. Many different ways of looking at it, but any way you look at it, it is the largest deficit of any country in the history of our world. It's out of control.
Well, that's it on News Tonight. Thanks for watching Rajya Sabha TV. Good night.